Hi, my name's Dave Tibby. I'm the CEO of TopCorp. We make a product called Hitmark. It's software as a service that helps healthcare executives plan and manage the capital they invest in construction, growth, and modernization in ways that enhance patient care, increase market share, and foster brand allegiance. Today, I'm going to show you our software. So, this is a live demo of our software. So, you can see how out of the box, Hitmark makes it easy for large teams to collaborate using a single source of truth based on pre-populated templates and evergreen datasets that are customizable. So what we're going to do off the top here is just simply pick a project, which we're going to use the outpatient tower. So looking at the outpatient tower, we can see a lot of the information here about the project up above. And then we see a number of estimates that we've started to create, along with the milestones that show the different phases and when they're due, along with the different reports for the different estimates. So going back to the estimates, let's just see how easy, again, it is for these different teams to work together. So a lot of the information here up above is information that, say, the facilities department would put in, along with the milestones that we were looking at earlier. Next, we'll take a look at how perhaps the IT department or the consultants working on the project would configure the estimate for infrastructure. So the rough order of magnitude estimate is where we're going to start. You can see that this particular estimate is available, so it's green, versus those up here that are locked. And you can also see that we can do a number of things with it, including duplication, which makes it very quick to iterate. So if executives are wanting to see different options, it's very easy to replicate an estimate and modify it so they can differentiate those estimates. So we're going to take a look at the infrastructure first. So remember I said all this information's out of the box. The left column shows all the different rooms that are in our system. There are hundreds of them, literally. And so from this, you configure the estimate by picking the rooms that you want in your estimate and then configuring the quantities, whether it's the number of rooms or the seats that go in those rooms. When all of these things are complete, the user simply clicks the next button, and from here, there are three panes. This means that number one, the out-of-the-box data can be used as a rough order of magnitude estimate, and we can see the different rooms, along with the quantities of rooms and seats for all these items, as well as what goes in them, right? So if we look, for example, at an exam room, we see it has different equipment than, say, some of the other items. We also see some of the items are in black and some are in red. And that's because all of the medical equipment are outlined in red. So once the user looks at this and decides if they need to go from our master list, which is an evergreen database of literally a million different records, they can then customize what goes in each one of these rooms if they need to. When they're done with that, they click the next button and we can start running reports to see what that looks like. So we can do, say, an infrastructure summary, which might be used at a high-level executive to approve the project in the first place and see how much of this equipment is in capital expenditure, operational expenditure, labor, non-labor, etc. On top of that, you might have noticed the project information earlier included things like what's the tax rate, the shipping allowances, the contingency, and the management reserve. All very important to make sure that you're not going back to the well asking for more money because these kinds of things were left out. Same is true for the applications. So the applications, we're going back to the ROM estimate, and we'll take a look at how all this is put together. And again, all of this is out of the box. So based on the facility type, this happens to be an outpatient MOB. We can look at the work streams that go with these different applications that are highlighted in red. As the base configuration, we can look at within each work stream what departments have been included here as far as the analysts that they're going to need, the vendors that might have to be involved, the trainers, et cetera. And there's over 160 of these different phases and resources for every single work stream. So this is something, again, it's a big time saver because it's all pre-configured out of the box. Once these things are done, we can come in and take a look at the reports for applications. One of those that I find rather interesting is a multi-level report that allows us to basically filter the level of granularity that one wants to see. Again, we see it broken out in capital expenditure, operational, by application, by work stream. So the blue items are on work stream, the green are the applications, and then the phase. So the application build would be a phase, the data migration would be another phase, all the way through. In a nutshell, this is how the system works, and this is how we create accurate budgets that are scoped to ensure that the business objectives, the value on investment promises that were made to the board are properly budgeted so those things can actually happen. Thank you for your time.